when Barack Obama was in office, you received criticism from the left. Now with Trump in office, you're receiving criticism from the right. Is part of that you don't believe it's your job to parrot what a president is saying? And do you feel like right now we're seeing that a lot from media figures?
I feel like, yes, first of all, our job is to hold them accountable and hold them responsible and point out when they lie and point out when they say things that can't possibly be true, and be aggressive. We're not supposed to be their friends. And, you know, it's pretty simple. And for 8 years, I was not President Obama's friend, and now I'm not President Trump's friend.
Yeah.
But it's weird because a lot of people on the right in the media these days, first of all, I should point out, a lot of very intellectually honest conservatives that I see, like at the Weekly Standard, at the National Review. But then there are some people on the right, in the media right, that think it is somehow rebellious to be just displaying fealty and cozying up to power to the president. And it just seems so odd to me because it wasn't cool when people on the left did that to Obama, and it's not cool when people on the right do it to President Trump.
I agree with that. You also do something that we've talked about it before on the show. State of the Union. You also do State of the Cartoonian.
Yes.
Which is sort of the week's news via cartoons that you draw.
Yeah, I'm a failed cartoonist.
You are a failed cartoonist.
Yes.
I did not realize that cartooning in your younger days got you in trouble in high school. We tracked down a pretty good story about you.
So let me just preface this story by saying to my father, who's watching, I still don't think that it's good that I did this. I understand that I made a mistake. So I was one of the kids in high school that was kind of a wise guy.
Sure.
And so, you know, they have those ads in the yearbook, in the back of the yearbook. Remember Mad Magazine has the fold in?
Yeah.
So we had a fold.
It would be like, you would
instead of folding it out, you fold it in. So it was this big ad from the Morgensterns of Wynwood congratulating the school in its 40th year, and it had 40th year in big letters. And when you folded it in, it became an appendage of that only men have.
Yeah.
And boys.
Yeah.
But this was definitely a man's.
Okay.
And it said, for all the BS, eat this.
Wow. And you had managed to do this in a way that was they did not recognize it until...
No, and I had some co-conspirators. I did it, and then I had some co-conspirators on the yearbook staff who, like...
Got it.
You know...
And how quickly were you found out?
The day of graduation.
Yeah. I guess that's the safest day to get out, yeah.
But before we graduated.
Oh, so that's not great.
No, so we got punished, and we walked down the aisle. We got empty Naugahyde folders, and we had to do community service, and we had to apologize. Although our apology was great, it was before we even knew what a Washington, D.C. apology was, and we wrote one of those, like, I'm sorry if anybody was offended. You delicate creatures.
I actually saw that apology, and when you folded that in, it was also
We thought about that.
Yeah, that would have been actually good. Thanks so much for being here, man. It's always such a pleasure to see you, and you got to come back soon.
Anytime.
Take care, everybody.